What's poppin', everybody? I'm Mike.
I'm Brian.
And this is Hoopin. Oh, we are at a crossroads.
We are at a crossroads, Mike. We're not,
Oh,
I don't even know what to say.
For the first time in a very long time, the world, our hearts are colliding here.
Yeah, man. It's the best of both worlds, though, I think. You know, we're both kind of... right now, I'm nervous, man. I know you're probably not nervous because you got...
I'm nervous because you had us in the season. But I'm confident enough to go because we want that revenge. But, oh man, this is not a good feeling. We have came into this studio pretty, it's a little awkward. It's a little dang.
No, I know a bunch of Heat fans here. But it's
magically.
Yeah, I know. But Tanner Mounts, obviously, he's on a couple episodes. He's on an episode earlier this year, but he's been texting me every day since the matchup was official between the Knicks and Heat. The Jimmy Butler meme, and he says day one of ruining your day with the Jimmy Butler meme, and then it was day two today. I woke up to that. Not woke up to that, but I saw that a little bit earlier.
I'm not that cool.
I know.
I'm not doing that. I have too much respect for you. I love you, but right now,
it's all love.
Right now, it's that competitiveness out of both of us.
I feel like I'm on the team. Yeah, I feel like I'm on the Knicks.
I moved down his house.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But it's gonna be a fun series. Who would have thought? You know, back in October, November when we started this podcast, so it'd be here today on February 28th. And we'd be talking about a Knicks versus Heat matchup with a chance of one of our teams to go to the conference finals. It's kind of crazy. Wow. It's crazy, man. It's crazy how the world. I gotta give credit where credit's due. The Heat, pretty much everybody thought the Bucks were gonna win that series in probably 5-6 games, no more than that. And here we are. The Heat beat them in 5.
Well, before we go straight into our Knicks Heat, let's give a little shout out to our social medias. I know we kind of came right off the bat coming in. Just this episode's crazy. A lot of people, even U92, shout out to U92, they are even anticipating this episode because they're like, Mike and/or Brian
and/or
because wow.
Crazy, man.
This is a podcast divided. This is nuts. We're sitting afar, even though we always sit on opposite sides of the table. This is really opposite.
I know by the end of the episode I'll be facing the door.
Yeah, so. Yeah. No, I've already annoyed Brian enough with Jimmy Butler that I'm just like, and it's not even me talking crap. I'm just saying.
It's just the stats, man.
I'm just looking at all his stats
because I just know what's gonna happen. But as you said before we get into all that stuff, I'll shout out the socials. Obviously, you guys know we're on all streaming platforms at Hoopin with Mike and Brian. Mm-hmm. Also on YouTube at Hoopin with Mike and Brian. Also on Instagram and TikTok. Same handle at Hoopin.mb. And then we're also on Twitter at Hoopin_MB. And also shout out to my sister Colleen. She committed to Lehigh today for basketball. New beginnings. So that'll be fun.
Lehigh, baby!
Yes, sir. Taking it to the, I believe, the Patriot League. So that'll be a fun atmosphere to play in.
Let's go. Comeback season. We going off, Colleen.
Sir.
We going off.
We're going crazy. But you're still not beating me and Mike in a 2-on-2, so it doesn't matter.
You know what? I'm going to have to agree with that. I'm sorry, Colleen. He included me in. I was like, dang. Yeah. But I thought you were going to say. But
1-on-1, I still got her.
Oh, okay. We love it. But, definitely go catch episode 18. We just dropped that the other day. Go catch that on our socials. Link in the bio. Also, check our YouTube. I want to give a little special shout out to... the Dirty Jersey Pod, Zach Anderson,
for sure.
And
Aaron.
I'm sorry, Aaron. I just want to give you guys a shout out. Today I got to go play some softball today with a lot of people I know, actually. People from U92, Anissa, Jake Howard, Jonathan Hamilton, Aaron, and Zach. Also, some guys I used to play flag football with, and I want to give a shout out to them, Liam, Drake, Bryce, Max, shout out to you guys. It was really fun actually playing today softball. It was actually good to go out there, hit some dingers. I'm actually repping right now an old Miami Marlins throwback, Jose Fernandez, RIP. But just a shout out to them. It was actually awesome today, and it's great to be a part of a good program in U92, and great to be a part of a good little friend group like that.
Yes,
we definitely want to continue that. Brian, you are more than welcome to join. I know you're not a big baseball or softball guy, but hey, man, don't matter.
Hey, man, U92, we were 0-11 or 0-12 in real sports this year, but we walk this year so we can run next year. Next year we're going crazy.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. I like that. That's good. That's
like
good.
Giannis, bro. Like failing. I wouldn't say this year was a failure. It's just steps to success, man. And this was a step. This was a learning point. But we're gonna be juniors, so we're gonna be we're gonna be more mature, be more like just know what we got to do, and we're gonna be better.
Yeah,
I'm excited, man. I'm excited. It's gonna be great, man. But shout out to U92 for real. Obviously, the school year's coming to an end. We just had that end of the year party or dinner, I should say, whatever, with the U92 staff and whatnot.
Oh, and shout out Tansky too. Tansky was out there too. Oh my gosh, Tansky. Also, I do want to say, Sean Tansky's been great knowing you. I want to give a shout to him because he's
leaving.
He's leaving. Yeah, senior man.
My guy, Sean. I'm gonna miss you, my fellow Eagles fan, man. I'm gonna be defending the Eagles all by myself for the next 2 years, man. But we're gonna miss you, man. Thank you for everything you've done for U92. And Mike, I know you have some words you want to say.
Yeah, no, Tansky, thank you for everything. It was always great talking to you, especially about Philadelphia and even some Heat stuff. We always talk Heat or even just anything related with sports. It's always been great talking to you and even being on the show, Sports Night. And I know we were supposed to have you that TNT episode, but I know you had things to do. But hey, Mounts was here for you, and he did pretty great. So, but we stay tuned to that. And thanks again for a great school year and a great time with you at U92. And best of luck in your future endeavors, and I know you're gonna kill it out there. And hopefully you're doing sports writing or sports anything with Philadelphia. I wish that.
Shout out to the Eagles, man. I'll be defending us all the Eagles because I'll be defending all the Eagles hate next year, Tansky, because you won't be here, and I know I won't name any people, but some people like to pick on you and get you going a little bit.
Yeah,
and that'll be me next year. So you know me, Tansky. I'll be fighting for us, man, and good luck with everything.
Yeah, no, good luck with everything, Tansky. You're the best. But let's get into it. We in the playoffs, man. We are deep in the playoffs. We really the East is set in second round. West is still figuring it out, but it's a good figuring out because we're starting to see some good matchups. So I want to at least finish up some last reactions to games that we kind of didn't cover last episode. I know Suns and Clippers, we saw that happening in a nice gentleman's sweep. We also saw Nuggets and Timberwolves in a nice gentleman's sweep as well, where we kind of already knew what was going on. 76ers Nets, they finished them off early, and we're waiting for this 76ers and Celtics. But obviously our two teams, Knicks finished out the Cavaliers in a gentleman's sweep. The Heat surprisingly finished the Bucks in a nice gentleman's sweep. But let's talk about the Celtics-Hawks. I think people were very skeptical about the Hawks
and
going to Game 7.
We saw it on the obviously I had to shout out myself, but we saw it on the story. But my hot take before the playoffs started was that the Hawks were going to push the Celtics to 6 games.
Hey.
And I was right, man. I was right.
You were?
But because I said shout out to the films by AD Andre, our content editor. He framed it the best way. The Celtics are the worst team out there because they'll play the Bucks and destroy them, but then they'll play like the Magic where they lost 3 times this season. And I just had the Celtics have the reason I had the Bucks winning the East, but whatever. But the reason I didn't have Boston winning the East is because they played down to their competition too much. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they beat Philly in 5 games. We'll get more into that later, but from that standpoint, the Hawks. I mean, they went into Boston without DeJounte Murray, Trae Young. Trae Young was very, very inefficient this series. Like I think there's only one game he shot over 50% or roughly around 50%.
I mean, he had 30 the last game and 30.
Yeah, but he shot like 9 for 29, I believe.
Yeah, no, his field goal.
He made 1 field goal in the second half.
Yeah,
he was cooking at halftime. I don't know what happened. Obviously, halftime adjustments.
Shoot or
shoot. But if you're the Hawks, obviously it's your first year with that backcourt so it's going to take a little bit of a growing path. But you pushed the team that won the East last year to 6 games. If you're the Hawks, probably not the way you had hoped. Going out in the first round after 2 years ago where you made it to the conference finals, and you don't know what Trae Young's future is with the Hawks. I'd like to think they would run it back at least one more season because that backcourt does have a lot of potential. But my thoughts on that: the Hawks. I think DeAndre Hunter made a huge jump this series. He played very well. Yeah,
I like DeAndre.
I liked Hunter. Capella was good on the boards, I thought, but the Celtics are just too deep. Too many guards. They got too many ways to score the ball. When Jason Tatum's not playing well, they got Jaylen Brown. So that's my thoughts on it. I'm not surprised that the Celtics won. I'm honestly more surprised I was correct and the Hawks stole 2 games. But the Hawks, they got a pretty bright future over there in Atlanta. So those are my thoughts on it, Mike. But I'll let you add your thoughts.
No, I'll definitely. I mean, you cover the Hawks very well. I mean, I agree on everything. I mean, they're still young with this. Young with the team overall. They have a pretty young team.
Yeah.
I think too bad. But they have the right veterans, especially with DeJounte Murray, and I do feel like they do need to give this backcourt duo another chance because there was time where they were shining pretty bright, and we saw that even with Trae Young, because even though yes, he's very inconsistent, but it's very hard to say Trae Young is overrated.
I completely agree with that because I think the stuff he does at his size
is ridiculous,
is insane,
and what he does, and this is because I'm gonna argue this later with the Heat obviously, but these playoff performances, because everything always means when you win you like it comes to that when everything comes to the playoffs, like it's always regular season. You can be a regular season guy, blah blah blah, but like people would kind of say that about Trae Young, be like, oh, he's like not doing that good. We don't know what to expect in the playoffs, or he was good. He's good in the regular season, but he doesn't. But we've seen it again. Yes, he didn't win the series, but we've seen it again in like spurts where it's just like he can take over a game, or he can literally just finish the game for you.
Yeah, and I actually am very glad you brought that up because I was thinking the same thing. Trae Young is I don't think is overrated. I don't think he's overrated because I think the reason why people think he's overrated is because of what he did what he did 2 years ago. You know, he made it to the conference finals when he was obviously younger, but he went to New York, beat them in 5 games. You know, they did the Philly. We don't have to get into much detail there, but he did so much in the earlier part of his career. And also the thing with Trae Young is he's always going to be compared to Luka because of that draft class, that draft trade.
Yeah.
And that's just going to come with it. But to say he's 6'1", maybe $185 or something.
Barely.
Yeah.
I think he's 6 foot.
But his ability to score, score at will, really. I know his
floater game is insane.
But also he's really good at like just creating contact too.
No, he is.
And obviously free throws he's making.
He is, so obviously he's a very like Steph Curry type. Obviously when he was coming in the league, he was getting Steph Curry comparisons. Obviously, no offense to Steph Curry, I would say Trae Young has better playmaking than Steph Curry overall. A little bit. I think because Trae Young will actually.
I go Curry.
I just feel like Curry.
I know what you're
looks
saying.
More to. Trae Young looks more to shoot too, but it's hard to say. I would say Trae Young actually passes the ball more than
you think.
Curry. I think so.
I'd say Curry.
You take Curry as a playmaker over.
Yeah. Curry doesn't turn the ball over as much, at least in the later years. Also, to be fair, though, Trae Young's much younger. You could be,
that's true.
I'd say in the younger part of the career,
doubles more than Trae Young than I see Steph Curry.
That's true. But also, I'll say like in the younger part of their careers, definitely Trae Young is a better playmaker, no doubt.
Oh yeah.
But I'll say that. Trae Young definitely gets more assists, which helps. But also, I feel like Curry doesn't even on his team. Like a lot of the times, he has the ball in his hands a lot, but a lot of it's just catch and shoot. But they have a bunch of playmakers on the Warriors, though. You know what I mean? Like, because Trae Young's the primary
to set Steph Curry.
Because the thing is, Trae Young does a lot of the setting up, whereas Curry's the one getting set up. Because you have Draymond Green, you have Wiggins, obviously Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole. Like they have.
And he does a lot of pick and roll with Capella with Trae Young, so it's like, and he knows. And obviously, he did. I'm not gonna say obviously Oklahoma, but Oklahoma he had points and assists.
No, that's true. Yeah, I definitely I'd say but I do agree if you're gonna say like in the parts of their career, like no doubt Trae Young where he's at. His playmaking is definitely
I bet you the assist to turnover ratio definitely probably is more in Curry's hands, like the assist to turnover ratio.
Yeah, but I know in the younger part of his career, Curry turned over a lot.
That's true.
He did turn over a lot.
Very true. I'm just saying like now. Oh, you think Curry's better? I can see that now, or like assist to turnover ratio. Curry probably has a better stat. Like he's probably like, let's just give an example. Like he could be 4'1", and Trae Young's probably like 6'4".
Yeah,
you know. So, but. Like you said, he does have the ball 90% of the time. But I don't know what goes on in the stretch. Because, I mean, even here on Digit Hoops on Twitter, he talks about how in the first quarter of the last game, he literally was 18 points.
Yeah, he was cooking.
He was cooking in the first part of the game. And then it just started depleting. He started chucking up shots. And he's 9 for 28.
I think also because the Celtics have so many different guys that can throw at Trae Young. Yeah. And, like, he's just going to get tired. And DeJounte Murray, I believe, only had, like, 14 points. He wasn't as aggressive as I was hoping he would be. But also, if you're the Hawks, like, Trae Young kept you in that series. You kind of have to live with those shots he was taking. And towards the end of the game, he missed a couple shots. You could just tell he's gassed. But they have Marcus Smart, Derek White, Brogdon, Jaylen Brown. Like, they have so many guys who can guard the perimeter. Obviously, and Tatum's taking huge steps defensively, too. So I just think they wore him down a little bit. And, I mean, Trae Young still willed them to win, especially Game 5, down 3-1. So that whole I'm really happy you brought that up because I wanted to. I just forgot. But, like, the whole idea of Chang.
I remember you saying that about Trae Young not being overrated.
The most overrated player in the league, there's no way. I think that's Gobert. But
I've always been skeptical. I mean, like, I get it. His inconsistency and his like volume shooting gets annoying, but I just feel like nowadays that's just the way the game's played.
Yeah.
It's annoying. It stinks because.
But it's also the reason they
sometimes
won a lot too.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and I could even say it happens on our team. Tyler Hero will be shooting 20 shots if he has
Shoot or
to,
shoot,
but
yeah.
it's just shoot or shoot. I mean, it stinks that you see them and it looks like they're just chucking it and they're just shooting threes or they're shooting some random shot. I get that, but that's just the way the game's played nowadays.
Yeah.
It's getting your shot up, and at least because at the end of the day, I mean, they were talking about how many points they scored at like half,
Yeah.
and then at the end of the third quarter, like it was crazy. It's the name of the game.
But yeah, also I don't
High
know.
scoring.
I don't know anybody that size can do like the things that Trae Young is doing on the court in today's game.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
the last
it's
person that
ridiculous.
was that size,
Allen Iverson? Yeah, and I mean obviously style plays different,
And
but
he
like
was a volume shooter. He was always
he was the
shot
definition
up.
of yeah. But that whole thing of Trae Young being the most overrated, I think is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think it's ridiculous. If you want to
It
say
is
he's
too.
overrated, whatever. But the most overrated player,
They're gonna say overrated because, like, I mean, obviously
he just achieved a
his
lot
stats-
though when he was like in the younger
Yeah.
parts. You know,
he went to the Eastern Conference
yeah.
Finals.
again he beat the guard.
I forgot about that. I totally forgot. That was when the Bucks beat the Suns in the finals. But I totally forgot about it. I was like,
Because remember they
I was
beat.
like,
that was when
holy
Simmons
shit.
didn't do the
Yeah,
didn't
Simmons,
pass
yeah.
it to Dunk.
I forgot about that whole thing because I was too worried about the
Yeah.
whole Sixers Ben Simmons. I was like, Jesus, like that was the Sixers were supposed to kind of go to the finals.
Oh
that year.
yeah,
they were supposed to go
That
to
was
the
the
finals.
year.
That was the year for them, and
that's
it
how
was
you
just
knew
like,
they had to blow it up.
Oh yeah.
But because it was in Philly Game 7.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, that whole look, we might be divided right now, but we're together on that point there. That Trae Young is, I don't think it's even close. I don't think he's the most overrated player in the league. I think it's a little disrespectful. Trae Young's been a guy who's been disrespected most of his career, and that's coming from a Knicks fan too.
That's true.
So,
But hey, talking about the Sixers, we have next round Sixers and Celtics.
Yeah.
Going forward after Celtics, I mean, we could talk a lot about the Celtics against the Hawks, but I mean, we kind of saw. I mean, yes, they maybe lost that game, but you obviously have to tip your hat to Trae Young, obviously, for that game that they stole and then stole again. But yeah, I mean, with the Celtics, they're a great team. They have that guard depth still shows. Marcus Smart even showed out 20 points last game, a nice little dagger at the end of the game last game, and he's doing his thing. So I feel like the Celtics are looking good going into the second round, but the Sixers team, they finished business. They swept the Nets. Maybe it was probably the easiest matchup probably in the whole playoffs. But dang, this is a matchup I'm excited to see.
yeah, and I think a lot of it's going to come down. Obviously, we're hoping Embiid's healthy.
Yes.
I believe that the Embiid's like 1-8 versus the Celtics in his playoff career, something like that. I think it's going to come down to, for Philly, you got to defend Boston's 3-point shooting. Actually, in the regular season, when the Celtics hit 40% of their threes, they were 34-2.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to come down to limiting the shooting of just the shooting of Celtics because they have so many weapons. Derek White, it's the same names, but they got so many guys who can score.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be a fun series though because this is the year where, the Celtics had trouble with Atlanta, and if you're a Celtics fan, I'd be a little worried because Sixers are well rested. Embiid should be healthy by game 1, which I believe is Monday. And then on the flip side of it, if you're the Sixers, I think you need Harden to be more efficient, more aggressive scoring the ball because the problem is Boston has so many players that can score the ball effectively in different ways. Like, as I said before, when Tatum's off, they have Brown, White, Brogdon, Smart, Horford when he's on. Robert Williams is getting a double-double. They got so many guys that can score the ball. So I think if you're the Sixers, you have to contain Tatum because you're not going to be able to stop everybody. It's the
That's
NBA.
true.
Like the thing about Celtics is when someone's off, someone else is going crazy. That's just how it is. And so I think that's going to be a fun series. I think they match up pretty well. I think this is going to be a real test for Robert Williams to see if he's the franchise center. I'm sorry, for the Celtics going against Embiid because you saw what Embiid did against. Well, outside of game 4, I believe it was. No, game 3, where Embiid only had like 14 points. But if you can't stop Embiid on the glass, he's going to give you 14, 15.
For sure.
So I think it's going to be a fun series, Mike. I'm looking forward to it. I feel like we see the series a lot. I don't know why, but
yeah, the Celtics and the Sixers have definitely matched up a couple times, and we've seen the Celtics take over the. I mean, it's always been a little bit more versatile for them. that they just kind of speed up. I feel like they speed up a lot of because I think a lot of people when they go up against Joel Embiid, even though they know he's gonna kill it inside, he's gonna kill you, they know if they speed him up, he's gonna run. Like he still has his tendencies where his body language is like, oh, he gives up on possessions.
Yeah, he gives up possessions.
But he knows he has to give up possessions at times because he's like he has to do a lot on the offensive end. And they're giving him the ball at the high post, and he's doing a lot there. So we're gonna see what this. I feel like the Sixers are gonna have to be more defensive minded this series because of the fact of the idea that the Celtics are gonna try to speed them up to slow down Joel Embiid. And then they're also. They have that scoring prowess, and the guard depth is really deep. It's deeper than really the Sixers in general. Even though the Sixers, they have Tyrese Maxey coming off the bench still, or I think he's starting now.
Yeah.
So really, if that's the case, who's really coming off the bench for them? That's like the Celtics with Derek White or even Marcus Smart, Malcolm Brogdon, guys like that. So we'll see how it goes. I see a good matchup. I see it going 6-7 possibly. Most likely 6-7, but I do say the Sixers need to become more defensive minded this series against the Celtics team that is really going to try to just shoot them out the gym.
Yeah,
because they know defensively they can maybe hold their own. They know Joel Embiid's going to dominate like down low. They know that, but if they can just tire him out, play a lot of fast break, get Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown free, like. Who do you think is going to be the main primary defender on Jason Tatum?
On Tatum?
Because
you obviously you can't put Harden on him. You can't put. I'd say maybe Tobias Harris. Right?
Yeah.
Because if they play small ball, they got Harden, Maxey. Maybe you start Melton.
Yeah.
Maybe you start Melton. But I think you have to. The thing is, you have to score
they're really
though.
Biting their butt for that Matisse Thybulle trade.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I would say Thybulle would be the guy, but who? PJ Tucker maybe. I don't know if he could.
You know what? They actually will put PJ Tucker.
But like,
on Jason
I don't know.
Tatum.
I think that's barbecue chicken for Tatum.
It is, but I mean he'll
be physical with him. Yeah, but
he'll be physical. PJ Tucker. I'm not saying he's shut down Kevin Durant, but he's.
The reason the Sixers traded for him was for that playoff run.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be.
So it'll probably be that, and then they'll probably put DeAnthony Melton or maybe
because who do you put on Brown then? Yeah. Harden. I don't know if you could put Harden on Brown though. I don't think you can put Maxey on him either though.
You can't put either of them. I don't know who you put on.
You probably have to put Harris.
Yeah.
Probably because if Maxey or Harden's not a terrible defender, but it's Jaylen Brown. I mean, he averaged like 27 a game as the second option.
Jaylen Brown in the first round averaged 26 and 7, 5 rebounds.
Yeah,
50% from the field and 50% from the 3-point. The only player with 25 plus points per game on 50% shooting this playoffs.
Wow.
And just like we're thinking about Jalen Tatum before him. We're thinking who's going to guard Jason Tatum mainly, but then you can't. The Sixers have nobody to throw at this guy.
He might go for 35.
He's going to have. I mean, if he goes for 35, I feel like Celtics almost run away with this because of the matchup. But it's hard because then on the other side.
But what about Embiid? You know, like can Robert Williams stop Embiid?
I don't think that'll happen. It's going to take. But see, I think that's what stinks about this whole. Not that it stinks about this matchup. It's just. Even though, yes, the Sixers have Embiid and we know that's going to kill, but like that's almost like not their only thing because you also have James Harden there, but
he's just not aggressive enough. I feel
he's not aggressive right now.
Scoring the ball,
I guess, right now, and he's facilitating. He's doing a great job.
Yeah, great job facilitating.
Doing what he's supposed to be doing, but I mean, they're going to have probably Jaylen Brown on him. They're going to put Marcus Smart on James Harden.
Yeah.
So they're going to have like their best defender on James Harden. So then you just know. Okay, we're gonna throw it down, and Robert Williams, our best probably primary defender on Joel Embiid. That's our best option. They can't do anything else. Yeah. So I see Joel Embiid going off this round for sure, but
I think they're gonna need Maxey to be the second guy because I think if Harden wants to be the facilitator that he is, which he led the league in assists, but
and he's doing good. And like if he wants to score, he can score.
I think for the Sixers to win the series, I'm saying it now. If the Sixers win the series, Maxey's going to have to average upwards of 24, 25 points per game.
Fair enough.
I think it's because Embiid's gonna be fine.
And Tobias Harris points.
He's gonna have to give you
2 or 3.
He's
more
gonna have to give you
points.
more than 15 and 6. What he always does.
Yeah,
He's
no,
gonna
he
have to give you
needs-
more. You're gonna
he needs
need
at least
with
20.
Boston. You have to, as you said, you have to like prepare defensively for a defensively minded series, but you have to be able to score the ball because Boston has so many people who can score,
Mhm.
and that's why the Hawks I thought did a good job of. They had a bunch of guys step up. Hunter played well. John Collins
Mhm.
played. I thought John Collins had a pretty solid game
But
last night.
That's why I like that Hawks team because like they're young, but a lot of their players are like young and like long. Like they're just
Yeah.
like DeAndre Hunter. I mean
Collins.
I mean even when they put like
DeJounte
Sadiq-
Murray's long too.
DeJounte Murray, he's like 6'4",
But
6'5",
he's lanky.
and he's lengthy and he's really good defender. I mean, shoot, we see him back in the day with the Spurs. He was locking up almost a lot. I think he was even. I don't know if he was put up for DPOY, but
Yeah,
he was amongst
he was up
like
there.
guards and steals. So DeJounte Murray is a dog too on defense, and then I mean even coming off the bench, you got like Sadiq Bey. Sadiq Bey is good.
He can
I
give you
like
50,
Sadiq
man.
Bey. He gave you 50, man. I like Sadiq Bey. That Hawks team is
Bogdanovich too. He can score.
Bogdanovich. I like that Hawks team. They just I don't know. I guess
Yeah, I mean
this year
obviously
maybe
the
a little-
Boston matchup doesn't help.
Yeah,
but-
no, definitely the Boston matchup doesn't help because it's like they have also kind
and
of
Quinn
like
Snyder's a great coach though too.
He is.
But
Yeah, no, this is gonna be an interesting Celtics Sixers matchup. I mean, it's something we're used to. This matchup is something we're used to. We've seen it a lot, but this year asks a lot of questions. I guess I don't know about both sides, but definitely for the Sixers.
yeah,
because
because what if you're the Sixers? This would be another year of a semifinal round
another
exit.
semifinal exit?
Does Embiid force his way out?
Do you make player changes or do you make a coach change? Is really
I've
a
said this.
question you
I
make.
think Doc Rivers is an overrated coach. I mean, he hasn't really accomplished anything since all due
Oh
respect.
yeah, no, not
Since the Boston Celtics championship in 2010 or 2008, whatever it was. But also like he couldn't get over the hump with the Lob City teams in LA. He couldn't manage all those personalities, and those are really talented teams. And you see players like Matt Barnes, JJ Redick, even Chris Paul, and they've come out and been like, yeah, like the reason it didn't work out is because Rivers was wearing too many hats. Like he was GM, president, and head coach. Like I don't know. He just hasn't done anything where make me be like this guy's that great of a coach to stay there long term if they don't get over the hump this series. Because sometimes, man, your coach has got to put the players in positions to succeed. Obviously, the Sixers are a very talented team, but if they get another second round exit, man, that whole Embiid trust in the process, man, I don't know how that's gonna pan out in the offseason.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing because I know it is pretty sad. It's almost like how the Jazz broke up. It's just a bunch of top of the West and then a bunch of second round exits.
Yeah, and then they got rid of Quinn Snyder too.
And then they got rid of Quinn Snyder, and then I mean, some players didn't pan out as much.
Yeah,
But it's an interesting thing we see. But going on, I mean, 76ers Celtics. I mean, going on the other side, we have. I mean, looking forward to, we got probably the matchup of the matchup. I mean, we got Nuggets Suns next round.
yeah.
Which is an interesting matchup.
Stars. I think it's like kind of like a team full of stars versus a very deep team. Like the Suns don't have a big bench. I kind of realized that the first series. Like I think that's the only thing holding the Suns back. Like Terrence Ross is usually DNP.
Yeah, they're not really playing a lot. They're playing more of their stars. Is what I'm
so it's
seeing.
like against a team that's really deep.
Yeah,
I think
it's
this goes 7.
Deep.
I think
This goes 7.
I think it goes 7.
I kind of think something else. I think the Nuggets win this series kind of just after the first round. It's nothing against the Clippers. I think the Clippers played hard for how deep the Nuggets can be.
They are deep.
And at times where, yes, I know they're there and they're always going to be there. And Devin Booker's proving to be the best shooting guard in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Durant's still unstoppable. And I just saw a stat where him, CP3, and Devin Booker are leading, I think, the NBA playoffs right now in like mid-range, and they're all shooting above 50% in the mid-range.
Ridiculous.
So they're the mid-range team. They're definitely like mid-range. They're killers, and we get that. But if it's like, if they're not on, which they have been on, and a Nuggets team that's really, really deep where they can kind of just throw everybody at you, and they're pretty lengthy. They can have a pretty big squad against you if they want to. And then you have possibly the NBA MVP who can literally get an open shot however he wants and could let anybody else get as much of an open shot as they can. So I'm actually pulling for the Nuggets to take this out because I feel like
Really?
how deep they are.
But
Yes,
are they
the
that
Suns-
deep though? Like they're deeper
I
than the
think they
Suns.
are. I feel like their players they're deeper because I feel like their players can actually fit in a role either with they're playing with Jokic or they come in and they actually do just their job or their role when they come on the court, because a lot of it is them playing around Jokic and Jamal Murray, but they do a good job of that, and we're also starting to see Jamal Murray starting to trying to turn into Jamal Murray. We're starting to see that, and I like that because
Bubble Murray, man.
yeah, play out, yeah.
But also they got. I mean, you never see Michael Porter Jr. see a shot he doesn't like. Like that guy is not.
But he's
afraid to
aggressive.
shoot. He is
I like
aggressive, and for the Nuggets to get to the places they want to be, he's gonna have to be. Yeah, I mean maybe that's third scorer.
He was supposed to be like a Kevin Durant type
Yeah,
guy.
he had back
6'10",
injuries
back injuries.
But yeah, I definitely hear what you're saying. I just think the Nuggets, they got too many scorers. I think Aiden's got to be a little bit more aggressive too. Like he kind of just shies away from the physicality and the pain. He kind of wants to stay.
And I don't think you could do that because
is he gonna guard? He's gonna guard Jokic, right? Like he'll have to.
He'll try.
But
He'll try.
Jokic might get
Because if he's
35,
not
10,
even
10.
playing that good of defense like how he is now, DeAndre, I mean, I don't know. I haven't really checked out. He hasn't had crazy outstanding defensive stats, and like his offensive stats are kind of like, when he should be doing more. Yeah, 8.
Yeah.
So it's just like with Jokic coming in, it's just like Jokic is not the defensive guy, but he can rebound the ball, and he can get offensive rebounds too. So if you're not boxing him out, and DeAndre Ayton's kind of just being there, I feel like that's gonna hurt the Suns a lot because I think that's the bigger mismatches right now.
No, I hear what you're saying. I mean, to be fair, what's it called? I mean, obviously Gobert, the 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, was obviously his assignment with Jokic, and Jokic torched him.
Yeah,
and I go to Gobert better than Ayton probably. You know,
a lot.
Yeah. So I hear what you're saying. Yeah, Jokic might give him 35, 10, and 10.
Yeah, I mean.
And they don't really lose when
because
Jokic
I
gets
feel like they
triple-double.
have enough, like even at deep and even at like kind of like with the guards with Jamal Murray, Monte Morris is still. No, he was
he's on the Wizards.
Who's his other point guard that they have
Bruce
behind?
Brown. No, the point guard.
Well, they have Bruce Brown, which is
Christian
actually
Brown?
a really good.
Yeah, he is
a
good.
really good pickup because he's a good defender and he can maybe that attacks
Yeah,
a good.
I mean, they're
You put Brown on. I mean, I'm not saying stop him, but you put Brown on maybe Devin Booker, slow him down.
well, they have Reggie Jackson, but they don't play him.
Who, the Nuggets?
Yeah, like they only played 8 players in the Timberwolves in the game 5.
Wait, Reggie Jackson
Yeah,
He-
remember he signed with the Nuggets,
Oh,
but he doesn't play.
I totally forgot he doesn't even play.
But who,
I don't
like
know
their
how
backup, they only played 3 players off the bench in the win against Minnesota.
See, like even then, like I didn't wait. I forgot Reggie Jackson got to the
But
Nuggets.
they don't play him. I don't get it. He was the starting point guard for the Clippers.
He was.
I don't know.
It's interesting, but
They got
even
Thomas
then,
Bryant too, but they don't play him.
They got Thomas Bryant as well. They don't play him as well. But I mean, we still talk about how deep their bench is, and they still got extra players that they
Yeah.
don't even play. So even then, I feel like they have players that can kind of just. They're not gonna stop them, but they're gonna at least just throw them in much. Like I'm pretty sure Michael Porter's gonna guard Kevin Durant because he at least has the size and the length. They're probably gonna throw Bruce Brown on Devin Booker, and he's probably gonna literally tail him the whole game.
Bruce Brown comes off the bench though, so who do you think starts on him?
Maybe Jamal Murray actually.
You think?
I think, and then they just put somebody else on Chris Paul.
I'd probably put Murray on.
I'd
I
put
don't know.
Murray. I'd put Murray on put Murray on Booker,
Yeah.
because then at least it's just them going at it at that point. Because I'm pretty sure Devin Booker will probably guard.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Jamal Murray.
My biggest takeaway from the Suns Clippers, which hurt the Clippers the most, I think in that series was that the Suns got to their spots every single time. Like Booker got to that mid range, Durant got to that mid range, Chris Paul got to that fadeaway mid range he never misses, and he was just feeding his teammates. Like if you're the Nuggets, you have to make life as difficult as you can for those 2 scores in Phoenix because Devin Booker was getting to his spots every time he wanted
Everywhere.
to. That's why I love watching Devin Booker play because
They
he's unfazed.
maybe could, unless it ruins that bench, because I believe the Nuggets also have like one of the better benches in the league.
You think? I don't know.
They have a pretty good average.
No, they do. But yeah, and as you said before, though, well, I like dating back to what your points were before, but I wanted to add on. Like, there was one point where the Nuggets won 28 straight games when Jokic had a triple double. So if Jokic averages a triple double this series, it's gonna
They're
be
also unstoppable.
it's gonna be tough because if you get Murray going, if you get
Porter Jr. going, and obviously Aaron Gordon's having borderline
having,
all-star year.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the thing. To be fair, like the Nuggets don't even it feels like they don't even need that deep of a bench.
See, and they could also put Aaron Gordon on Kevin Durant.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They put Aaron Gordon on because I know he's not a really good defender, but he's
Caldwell Pope is another name, right?
Oh, so see, look, they put him on.
Why
Devin Booker.
are these guys hurt? Did they just not play a lot of guys in game?
See, I mean, I think they didn't take the Timberwolves seriously. I really
Maybe rest up for they probably were looking at the Suns matchup.
They probably were. They probably because the fact that you're saying all these names, I'm like,
yeah, no, you're right. They're deeper. Yeah, I got it.
They're so much deeper.
No, they are. They're definitely.
And they have people to throw at to their players. So this is really going to be a strategy game. It's really going to be who's the coach of the Nuggets right now?
Mike Malone.
So you have Mike Malone this game versus Monty Williams, right?
Well, yeah, both great coaches.
Like great coaches, but this is really going to come down to that because it's going to be really player usage because you can't. Yes, the Suns we talked they're deep, but like if you're playing mainly just your main 6-7 guys against a team that could play maybe 10 guys, down to the wire, Jokic is going to have more energy than Ayton. Ayton's going to get killed. People are going to have more energy than other players near the end, and it's going to affect people. So I feel like that's what it comes down to.
So you think the Nuggets win in how many games?
The least 6.
At least 6. Yeah, I'd say Suns in 7.
At least 6. Crazy if they win 5, but I doubt that at all.
Yeah,
I doubt that so bad. I doubt it so much. But 6 the least. Definitely going to 6-7. I would say more than 70% and go 6-7.
And Nuggets have home court.
Nuggets have home court. They're good at home.
If it's good, as I said, like if Jokic averages 35, 10 and 10, like what he can do, it's gonna be hard for Phoenix to win.
But it's gonna be a very interesting. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "You're crazy," especially like saying that Nuggets take it because the Suns have obviously Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, and we've already seen that's almost like unstoppable. And we're seeing that the Suns team is pretty unstoppable, obviously with those two. Yeah, and just having Kevin Durant or just having Devin Booker, but it's so hard to doubt the Nuggets team when you have one. Arguably the best player in the world. Yeah. 2, probably one of the deepest teams in the NBA. Mm-hmm. And 3, everybody's clicking. You have players stepping up in roles that they haven't done before. Aaron Gordon is having an all-star year. Mm-hmm. Jamal Murray's coming back from injury. Is actually starting to activate his little playoff mode that he's done back in the bubble that we remember. We still remember players like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope was actually a key thing to this team.
It's his best shooting year, I think, since coming in the league.
So they play him against the Suns. He can also guard too. You throw him on Devin Booker, then you have Bruce Brown that comes in and even annoys Devin Booker even more.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. Yeah. I do.
I see Kevin Durant going off this series because I feel like the wing play, like they can maybe throw Michael Porter and Aaron Gordon at him because they have the length, but obviously the wing defending on that team is probably not best. But I thought didn't they get Torrey Craig is on the. I thought they had
Josh Okogie. No, that's the Suns have Josh Okogie.
That's the Suns.
Who's a good defender? You talking about the Nuggets?
I thought the Nuggets got a defender. I forgot if they probably didn't. They probably really stacked up on role players that are really good at scoring the ball.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. I just think the Suns, as I said, have too much the star power. I mean, Booker is insane, but I don't know. Also, I think the Suns do match up well. Obviously, Ayton is going to be a tough guard for Jokic's going to be a tough guard for Ayton. But you have Booker, you have Durant, but then you have players, like I said, Josh Okogie and Torrey Craig, both great defenders who can also stretch the floor. Okogie, I always think of that play where he blocked Jalen Green on that 3-point. But
Jeff Green?
Jeff Green, yeah.
Still solid. I mean,
he's solid. He's been in the league.
Solid.
But, I don't know, man. It's going to be really tough.
Ish Smith? Unless he's
been in the league for a while.
He's been quite the journeyman. But like I feel like they have just a deep team, and they could just throw whatever they want at this Suns team.
Yeah,
but maybe I might be wrong, and maybe the star power on the Suns team, and they might, because even though I'm saying this, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would not be shocked. They would feel bad for the Nuggets and like probably feel bad for Jokic, but I think I'm 100% sure people would probably be more shocked than the idea if the Nuggets won like 4-1 rather than like the Suns winning 4-1.
You'd be more surprised?
Like if the Suns went 4-1, people wouldn't be surprised. People would be like, oh, it's Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. Like they'd say, oh, because they had Kevin Durant and all that stuff, right?
What are you saying? That's if the Suns go 4-1.
if the Suns go 4-1,
Yeah.
people won't be as surprised.
Yeah.
Because they'll be like, it's Devin Booker, Kevin Durant. But if like the Nuggets went 4-1 against Suns, people would be like, well, I don't know if people would be crazy shocked, but I feel like they'd be a little bit more shocked than the Suns going 4-1 because they'd be like, dang, they would kind of bring the narrative, maybe just Jokic and a bunch of other guys against Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, and just Jokic carries them. But I would argue.
That you bring up good points. I do agree though. People be more surprised. I mean, just to name Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and also this might be Chris Paul's last chance to get a ring. And you know, we've had debates about Chris Paul.
Everyone's already calling for the Suns to make it all the way to the finals.
Yeah, they're my pick for them to win the West.
Yeah. So I mean, it would be more shocking if the Nuggets beat them in 5.
Yeah, then the Suns beating them in 5.
Then beat them in 5. But
not as shocking.
Is that a chance? That's probably a very, very low. I don't think that's happening. I think it goes 6-7. I'm hoping the Nuggets take it out, but I wouldn't be shocked if the Suns win.
Yeah. So I'll say Suns in 7. I think this is easily going 6, probably 7. I think, and obviously having that home court's going to help. But
you say Suns take this?
Yeah, I'll take the Suns in 7. Okay. That's my take, and I think the Suns get back to the finals. But fun series, man. I'm looking forward to it, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun.
A lot of things going forward, but let's go. We still haven't finished. Now that we're on the West side, we still haven't gone past the first round on the bottom half of the playoffs. We have Kings, Warriors tonight, and also Grizzlies and Lakers. Warriors can finish out, and so can the Lakers. Yeah. These are very interesting matchups, but obviously we'll start with the Kings Warriors. They start at 8. I'm kind of surprised they start before, but I'm kind of not because
get the pain out of the way, man.
Get the pain out the way, unfortunately. But I really hope the Kings
Me
win.
too, man.
I really want. This is it's gonna be heartbreaking, but it's gonna be heartbreaking if the Kings lose. But it's just like I guess we kind of expected it.
Actually, I my pick was I had Warriors in 6 before the series, but the Suns. I mean, gotta give credit where credit's due. I mean,
I had Kings in 7.
Hey, it's still possible.
It's still possible.
I would like the Kings. They're not just gonna go down in a fight, especially that team with Fox. They're one jump shot away from going up.
This game will have us at the edge of our seat tonight.
Oh yeah, all the games have. It's been such a fun series.
Yes, it has.
I think Fox is. I know he's injuring that. He's dealing with that injury.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's gonna really. I think the Kings win it tonight. I think it's gonna go to 7. But I think Fox is really gonna get the team over the edge tonight because they dropped 3 in a row. You know, and you're playing the defending champions in their home court. Yep. To be fair, Draymond Green's accepted that role coming off the bench, and it's worked out pretty well.
Yeah, he scored more.
Jordan. I think Jordan Poole's overrated. Yeah, if you want to say Trae Young's overrated, we gotta talk about Jordan Poole. But
wow,
his shot selection's awful. He's aggressive, which I like. But sometimes, like, what are you doing, bro? You have Steph Curry on your team. You have Klay Thompson. Like, you don't have to be doing too much. But they just paid him that big deal, so that'll be interesting. I want to see Sabonis be aggressive tonight. He's got to be aggressive. He can hit that mid-range shot. The Warriors let him shoot it. Leave him open there. And he kind of like waits until like he has to shoot it. He can make it. I've seen him make it.
We've seen him shoot threes before.
Yeah, I don't know where that lack of confidence is coming from. He can score the ball, and I do think that it's gonna be tough for them to stop Curry, especially with those. Sometimes there's illegal screens that don't get called, but it's gonna be a tough one. Each game's been a dogfight, Mike, and I know how much you have ties with Sacramento. I know how much you want them to.
Oh, I need it. I want them to win.
I think it's all of America wants the Kings to win, and I would love to see De'Aaron Fox just really like make a name for himself.
Last time the Kings were in the playoffs, everybody wanted them to win too when they were against the Lakers.
Yeah,
everybody wanted them to win.
I don't know, Mike, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun game tonight. I think
it's gonna be a great game tonight. I can't wait. It's gonna be a good game. Come on, Sacramento. I know they got it. I know it's the Warriors, and they got the experience. They got, Steph Curry is unguardable. Got Klay still stepping in. You have
Wiggins as a two-way player.
Wiggins is starting to come back. He's starting to get in his playoff groove, which is scary because we saw that last year.
Kevon Looney. Sorry to cut you off, but one other stat I had was Kevon Looney. He's like 49th in minutes in the playoffs.
Yeah, I saw that.
But he leads the league in like rebounds.
No, he leads right now the playoffs. Everybody in the playoffs in rebounds, but he's 50th in minutes.
Crazy.
He's
durable too. He usually plays.
He did that. He's done that multiple times for the Warriors, where he just comes in and gets rebounds on both ends, and it's nuts. And he's an undersized big. He's only 6'9".
He's just he's really lanky.
Really lengthy, strong. He's good. I like Kevon Looney. I like because you know what's so funny. Do you remember the name? Oh my God, Festus Ezeli.
Festus, yeah, he played for the Warriors. Played for the Blazers
the same way.
Bit. Yeah, I mean you don't need like a top 3 center when you're the Warriors because you see the guys who's gonna get rebounds,
and pass it out,
then just dunk,
and just set screens.
That's what he does, and that's why he's been in the league for as long as he's been in it.
Yeah. He's got rings.
He's a very important piece to that Warriors team.
Yeah. I would say I would argue I'd be like Kevon Looney. He comes in, he gets rebounds, and that gets you more possessions. More threes, obviously, because at that point they almost have to collapse, and then if he collapses, he just throws it right back out. Curry, Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole, Dante DiVincenzo, because we're starting to see Dante DiVincenzo stepping up
defend,
too.
Yeah,
he can defend.
Really
He's making key things. So Warriors have a little bit on both sides now, and it's scary when the Warriors have that, when they have both sides working well. Draymond Green's accepting a backup or bench role in the playoffs, and role players are stepping up. Dante DiVincenzo's stepping up. Andrew Wiggins, he's a role player, but
you have Gary Payton too.
Gary Payton is still. I love Gary Payton.
Dude, they got so many. That's why wow, it's gonna be. And then they're gonna obviously match. Whoever wins the series is gonna match up with the Lakers, Grizzlies. Yeah. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for who's ever going against them.
But I will agree. Yes, Kings. Domantas Sabonis needs to be more aggressive. It's the same way I think about Domantas Sabonis. I'll be thinking about the same thing with Bam. Just get aggressive with that mid-range.
You can score.
You guys could score. Just get aggressive, and they know they could do it. They know they can. So, but oh my gosh, yeah, Domantas Sabonis just be more aggressive, and he has been. He's been aggressive, physically. He's been more aggressive physically. Obviously, he's getting rebounds. He's facilitating. He's getting in the screen and roll. Another big body. He's definitely doing that, but I need him more to score. Definitely, because then it helps out De'Aaron Fox. It helps out,
Monk.
It helps out Monk because then it opens up the floor for people that are shooting. Because everybody else is shooting.
Yeah, I think Monk's gonna have to have a big game tonight too. He's been great this year. He's been up and down this series a little bit. He's so smooth, man. When he plays, he gets to his spots. He finishes well through contact. But he's gonna have to. If they want to win, I think him and Fox are both gonna have to have 30 plus tonight.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because the way, like I said, the way Sabonis plays. It's almost like how I made this comparison before with the fact that they almost like the Warriors. Domantas Sabonis is almost like Draymond into the degree where it's just it would be better if Draymond had a mid-range game because then he could because a lot of people leave him open. Everyone just leaves him and they don't care. And he's obviously become more aggressive. But with Sabonis, he gets that mid-range and he gets comfortable with that. It brings up because then he can also score the basket inside the paint. Yeah. He's kind of very versatile in the paint. I think even when Draymond was guarding him, I think it was still hard for him to even kind of contend because Domantas Sabonis he's a smart big man, especially down low. He was bigger than him. He's 6'11" to 6'7", and then he was smarter. So every time he caught the ball under the basket, he was immediately going up because he's Draymond's not meeting me at it unless Draymond makes an athletic play, which he has done before. But at this point, he's catching it, putting it right up, and he's scoring. So I just need Sabonis to do that because then that opens up the 3-point line for guys like Malik Monk, Keegan Murray, Herter. It works out for them because, and then Harrison Barnes gets open shots. He can make shots. He knows he doesn't know this Warriors team, but he's been on the part of the Warriors team. He knows.
Yeah, they got Davion Mitchell too. Who can guard.
Davion Mitchell, who's doing a good job on Curry when he's guarding him.
I saw that one clip of his how tired he looked because he was guarding Curry for a full game, but he did at Baylor. I mean, he's great on-ball defender. He can. I mean, he hit a big shot in I believe game 1 or 2 that put the Warriors away.
Yep, that 3-point.
Yeah, that 3-point. So he's gonna be. They got a bunch of guys, man, and
a lot of guys you like.
Yeah, all guys you can easily root for. But if you're the Kings, man, you really got to put it all together tonight. Because, you have this great season.
I need some craziness. I need to see some Malik Monk craziness. Yeah. I need to see some. I kind of already expect De'Aaron Fox going for 30 tonight.
He's going to have to.
He's going to have to. Yeah. He's going to have to, but I say he goes for 30. He's going to be there. Sabonis tries to go for a 20-10 game. I have a feeling. Maybe 20-10, maybe close to a trip-double, if possible. But, yeah, they definitely need to step up because I need a 20-30 point game from Malik Monk, too, as well.
Yeah. Yeah, because the thing is, with that Warriors team, they have so many different pieces. Guys who can score, guys who can get to the rim, guys who can defend, guys who can just facilitate the ball. So on and off the bench,
their team messes. I'm so serious about this comparison. It's crazy to see. It's just the fact they mesh so well, just like the Warriors. Like they're just everybody meshes so well on that team. I keep repeating it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just they mesh so well, and
It's
they're
ridiculous.
so young that they have. Because I'm not going to be optimistic to the point to where they lose tonight, but they have a bright future to look forward to. They have a bright future to look
Very
forward
bright.
to, and I like it.
Change that culture. Mike Brown at their
Yes.
home for sure.
Yes, I love it. So, but tonight, 8 p.m. on ESPN, Kings take on the Warriors down in the Bay Area. We're praying for the Kings, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And then down south in L.A. and La La Land,
Yeah.
we have the Memphis Grizzlies going against the Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers up 3-2, can close it out tonight. LeBron can advance
Yeah.
after being eliminated last time he was in the playoff, right? Yeah, last time he was in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Eliminated against the Suns. He can come back.
Wow, that was a lot. Yeah, that's been a fun series. I think so. I think we could say
It's been entertaining.
it's been
series.
entertaining. I think Dylan Brooks has been not that Dylan Brooks should be the name we're talking about here, but Dylan Brooks, he's been pretty bad, to be honest with you. He has not shot the ball well at all. I mean, his defense is he's a good defender, but just going to looking at the series as a whole, I do think that Grizzlies is going to put up a fight, obviously, but this is in LA. But LeBron said that he was trash in game five. Yeah, game five. And he's going to come back in game 6 and be better. So I think LeBron's going to do LeBron things. And Anthony Davis said if he has to, he'll play 48 minutes. He might, break his, jaw.
body.
But yeah. But so I think it's going to be a good series. I mean, good game tonight. But I actually think the Grizzlies are going to pull it out tonight. I think the Grizzlies are going to put. I think me personally, just as a basketball fan, I'm just really hoping to see 2 game 7s. That might be me saying that, but I think John Morant's going to do John Morant things. I think they need Bane, and Kennard led the league in 3-point percentage after the All-Star break. So they got a bunch of guys who can really just score the ball, and I think if they can just really if they can just really continue to extend the get the ball out on the 3-point line, and get Kennard going early, get Bane going early, get these guys. Hello. Technical difficulties. We're having Oh yeah. 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 I think we're good. We're sorry about that. We're having some technical difficulties over here.
Yeah, something.
But as I was saying, the Grizzlies do have an opportunity to send it back to Memphis for Game 7. They're gonna have to get their shooting going early. They're gonna have to get Bane going. Jaren Jackson Jr. is gonna have to contain Anthony Davis a little bit better. But obviously not having Steven Adams, as we continue to say, hurts this team a little bit. But John Morant, I think he's going to go for 30 and 10 tonight. I think he's going to have a big game. I'm worried, though, LeBron, coming off the rough game he had in Game 5, LeBron might go for 40 tonight. I wouldn't be surprised. But as I said, I think it's my inner fanboy of wanting 2 game 7s tonight. But I think it's going to head back to Memphis. We won't talk about that, about what I think will happen in Game 7 yet, because nothing's guaranteed. LeBron James in Game 7, we know how that ends. But yeah, let me hear your take on it, Mike.
Yeah, no, definitely for sure. I kind of agree. Maybe the Grizzlies pull it out and force a Game 7. I mean, we've seen a lot of good play from John Morant and Desmond Bane together, and I mean, this is what we expected of the Memphis Grizzlies. This is where I feel like they could take charge in the series from the Lakers, and it's hard to do that when you have Anthony Davis and LeBron James on the other side. But this is the Memphis Grizzlies that they should be at, being the number 2 seeded team. Desmond Bane and John Morant, like, they're supposed to be like the 1 and 2 guys, and they've showed it the past 2 games, absolutely going off. Jaren Jackson is still denying almost everything at the rim. Like, it's crazy. His defense is phenomenal. Xavier Tillman he's definitely a great role playing big man for them, and he comes in and gets 10 and 10 from him like instantly. So I enjoy watching them play. The Grizzlies team looks like they're starting to figure it out.
Yeah.
But I
might
mean,
be a little too late though.
But it might be too late. Maybe we don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see how tonight goes. But hearing when LeBron says what he's gonna do or how he feels, how he does after certain games, he comes back and he goes berserk, or he goes off, or he makes next game he has a clutch shot. He's making plays. So, like we said over and over again, it's the not that anybody's poking that bear, but it's a bear you don't want to poke. It's a bear that you don't want to get upset, and we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm still skeptical about Anthony Davis, but I will say I'm going to still give a shout out and give credit to Anthony Davis because he has stepped up on the defensive side of things.
Yeah.
Getting a lot more blocks, getting a lot more steals. I saw a lot of stats recently that on the defensive side, Anthony Davis is doing Anthony Davis things. Just on the offensive side, he's slowing down, and I can see that maybe from the injury, and maybe it's hurting from maybe like his physical, like trying to be athletic hurts, except for I don't know, because I can't say that because on defense you're being a lot. You're being a lot. How do you say?
You're being asked for a lot.
You're being
a lot. To do a lot of things.
No. He's just being you're very athletic also on the defensive side.
Yeah.
So it's just like it would hard to say. Oh, it's hard for him to be athletic on the offensive side, but he's still making great defensive plays and everything. So, but I still will give Anthony Davis doing. But I will say for the Grizzlies or the Lakers to really pull out this game, he needs to have a good game. He needs to have close to 20, 30 game, 15 rebounds, and a couple blocks, a couple steals. Continue what you're doing on the defensive side. Don't stop that because that's been a little bit of a hurt for the Grizzlies. Like when he does good on the defensive side, they feel like they can't really go in the paint and they have to settle for threes. And when the Grizzlies settle for threes, they're not very that consistent. Like Dylan Brooks isn't making shots, obviously.
Yeah, he has not shot well.
Hasn't done anything, so it's fine for him to shoot. We don't care.
Yeah.
No one cares anymore if he shoots the ball. Sorry, Dylan Brooks, but oh well, you did that to yourself. John Morant isn't. I mean, even now with that hand injury, I don't think he's consistent. I don't think he's confident enough to be shooting the three. Like he's confident, but he's not taking it so much. He's still wanting to drive because he knows he's kind of unstoppable.
Who, Bane?
No, Ja.
Ja.
And he's not taking crazy threes. So if the Lakers can really lock down and play good defense and have the Grizzlies just settle for shooting shots, they can win this game by a lot.
I think, I definitely understand.
But if the Lakers can't guard Desmond Bane and John Morant, I think
and I think the bench production has been so good for the Lakers up until game 5, where they only had 18 bench points, which we saw Hachimura put up like 20 points per game off the bench in the first couple games. So I think the bench just has to be a little bit better. And I mean, Bane if Bane's dropping 33, if the Grizzlies have two players dropping over 30 points per game, it's gonna be hard for the Lakers. But the Lakers have so many weapons too, so it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be another, physical battle. It's gonna come down to the wire. I'm just hoping to see 2 Game 7s, Mike. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's fair. I wouldn't mind to see 2 Game 7s. I wouldn't mind either. I'm hoping the Kings obviously go to Game 7 because I want the Kings to win, and then, I mean, I kind of want the Lakers to win. So I'm like, I hope they close it out tonight. I feel like they can close it out tonight. It's the opportunities there, and a lot of the narrative would say, you got LeBron feeling some type of way, might win, but then you got the Grizzlies on a momentum that they like, and they're starting to look pretty good. But is it too late?
Yeah.
We don't know. We'll see tonight at 10:30 on ESPN. Grizzlies take on the Lakers in La La Land. So that's a matchup to see tonight. Definitely Kings and Warriors. Definitely a matchup to see. Tonight is the night. We'll see something happen tonight for sure.
Should be fun, man.
Both Game 7s, maybe both closed out. Maybe one closes out. Maybe one goes to Game 7. We will see.
Yeah.
But here we go. Here we go. Time for
me to face the wall.
Everybody has been waiting for the second round of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Everybody's waiting for this. The Heat will take on the New York Knicks. Wow.
Who would have thought, man?
Knicks clear out the Cavaliers. They did a pretty great job of doing that. They led a lot in the games and during the series and did their job. Heat pull out a surprising gentleman's sweep of the Bucks. Took advantage of them early and just kept going. And then also had a Magic Man. I'm not gonna say it yet. I'll go when I start talking about my Heat. But wow, man.
Wow.
Heat and Knicks, second round. This is giving...
Can't write a story better than this, man.
You can't write anything better than this.
What were the odds that these were because the Cavs were favored and obviously the Bucks were favored.
Yeah. And then we were favored to win that first round play-in against the Hawks, so it was like we were probably going to see you unless we saw you in the Eastern Conference, which would have been... we would beat this. Yeah, see that route would be nuts, but
yeah,
that would even be a crazier story. But even this right now is crazy because it's bringing back It's bringing back 90s Heat Knicks rival.
No, the Garden's going to be crazy.
It's bringing back Heat Knicks when Melo and LeBron, Mari Stoudemire, Ray Allen, Norris Cole, like getting names like that.
The Garden's going to be crazy on Saturday.
Garden's going to be crazy. I forgot what our arena's called because it's not American Airlines Arena.
Oh, they changed it?
Yeah. Remember, and then we changed it to
Yeah,
crypto,
yeah.
and then they went out. But
SMH.
I'm still going to call it American Airlines Arena because it's still, but our arena's going to go crazy too down in South Beach when the games go back down to there. But wow.
Yeah.
What? Where do we even start? Do we want to talk about just our team's performances in the
we
first
can do that.
round?
That's
we
fine.
can do that.
We don't got to spend too much time, because we've talked about this a lot,
we'll
but
probably be at each other's neck at the end of this episode.
Obviously, Mike, I'm gonna say now, I wish you nothing but the best of luck.
I wish you nothing but the best of luck. Too,
the way I look at it is like, yes, I will be very depressed if the Knicks lose the series, but at least, I'll be depressed, but Mike will be happy, so at least someone's happy here. But
don't say that.
I'll say this now, man. Playoff Jimmy. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. But the Knicks, got to give credit where credit's due. They went out against a very good Cavs team. They had a bunch of guys like Mitchell, Garland, the two big guys, obviously. But the Knicks had a bunch of guys step up. Josh Hart did a great job, especially when Quentin Grimes went down. Brunson was doing Brunson things. Randall got hurt. Obi Toppin stepped up. So as a Knicks fan, it's promising to see where this team really has the tools to make a run. And I think what they did great job in the Cavs series was, really just being aggressive, getting offensive rebounds because, obviously, Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, they're two of the best rebounding bigs in the entire league. Mitchell Robinson did a great job. Isaiah Hartenstein did a great job. Again, not too much to say here. I mean, they handled it in 5. They did a great job of containing Mitchell, especially in games 4 and 5, and stopping Garland. Obviously, he had that one game where he was 4 for 21. The defense was great. At times, the offense was a little stagnant. Wasn't as efficient. Wasn't as aggressive as I had hoped. But Roland Barrett Jr. did a great job of scoring the ball in games. Pretty much after game 2, he did a great job of getting to the rim. Coach Tibbs made great adjustments, keeping Obi Toppin in the game when Julius Randle was struggling in game 4. And the Knicks just as a whole, the coaching, the defense, the offense, free throws were a little rusty. But other than that, so many players, really stepped up in this series. And that's what they're going to have to do against Miami. If Miami's making their threes like they did against Milwaukee, honestly, I don't know anyone who could beat this team. But, if you're the Knicks, it's going to come down to perimeter defense and getting offensive rebounds, and you got to outshoot the ball. You got to outshoot Miami. So that's my thoughts on that, Mike. Again, not too much to say there because I'm just really looking forward to the series. Sunday's going to be great. And it's gonna be atmosphere's gonna be amazing, but Mike, I know you got some things to say, so I'll the light's on you, man.
Wow, this is interesting. This is because I'm kind of mind blown myself that we made it this far. I mean, I did doubt my Heat at some point because I saw more of just Jimmy Butler and nobody else. And I know people would argue, yes, we still saw that against the Bucks, but I did see other players still step up. I mean, I even said last episode when we talk about how the Heat stole games from the Bucks. I mean, we saw Duncan Robinson drop 20. Bam. That last game, Bam played such a great role, and his playmaking was off the charts. That dime that he gave to Jimmy Butler and one, I was like, oh my gosh.
Does Jimmy make every and one, bro? I swear, every time he gets fouled, it goes in. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. I don't know how he does it. He's just the man. Oh my. I don't know. I've said it. I think I've said it the past couple of days, and even the conversation that's kind of happened on the other side. This guy got this title, but I'm done. I'm done with the title of him having it. Kawhi Leonard, I'm sorry, but Jimmy Butler has been the best two-way player in the playoffs the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And there's stats to back that up. There's stats that say Kawhi Leonard hasn't even played enough games in the last 4 years. And Jimmy Butler has had the best stats almost out of a lot of playoff players, a lot of playoff performances in stats. Overall, Jimmy Butler has had the best playoff stats in the last 4 years, and it's absolutely ridiculous because we're seeing it again at a rate that is insane. This man is making plays that no one even thought he would be capable of, and he's doing it. The fact that he's shooting 3 is scaring everybody, even Charles Barkley. People are like, Jimmy Butler's shooting 3. He's comfortable with shooting.
The Heat are making threes too. Like,
So what I have to say about that, yes, it is crazy that we're hitting. I think it's just the fact that we're making shots. It's always a thing that, like, yes, we have the scores, it's just I think when we're making consistent shots, we're a scary team because of obviously what we do on the defensive end. Because obviously that was the benefactor against the Bucks was the defense, and we made, even when Giannis came in, we knew he was going to dominate. We knew he was going to get his triple double. We knew he was going to maybe get 20, 35, and get like 10, 15 rebounds. We knew that. But we knew where to get him the most, and that was him facilitating for other players. We made him come attack us, and he would go too fast in the paint, and then we would just stop him, that wall. We would just be like, okay, we're going to funnel you right here, and we're going to try to make you pass it. Because then he would go too fast in the paint, and we'd have a guard just come. Jimmy Butler would come swipe at it. Gabe Vincent would come swipe at it, and then next thing you know, lost the ball. We had Giannis in a blender on defense because we were throwing bodies at him. When he drove, all we did was just swipe at him and just make him throw a bad pass because Giannis is, I think what we're starting to see is Giannis is great, but I think what we're slowly starting, I think the Heat have exposed this before. One, yes, he's still not great with the mid-range and everything, but his playmaking is really not that good. And I'm sorry, Giannis, you're a great player. Hustle, everything's there. But when he's a primary ball defender, he brings up the ball, it almost looks like all he could do is just run towards the paint and dunk on you. And it's sad.
Can't make free throws either.
And he can't make
10
free
for
throws.
23.
10 for 23.
And the game that goes to overtime.
And it's sad. It's sad because I love Giannis, and I think Giannis is a great player. And he's even the season he arguably was MVP too because Bucks were number one. He was having great numbers, almost a triple-double as himself. But the Heat are doing a great thing of exposing his playmaking ability is not good.
No, sorry to cut you off, Mike, but one thing I wanted to say was I honestly think Coach Spo really just outcoached Budenholzer because, well, the first thing that made no sense to me was, before I get to that, was he didn't have, was it Brook Lopez in on the final defensive play where Jimmy Butler hit that ridiculous shot where, like, you're defending the rim, which I thought was interesting because Coach took out Bam or one of your bigs.
Yeah, he took out bigs and we ran small ball.
Yeah, which obviously I think Coach Spo was just playing chess, not checkers, because then he took out Brook Lopez.
He confused Budenholzer because he was like, okay, maybe they might go for a three, get a shot, or just try to get versatile.
But then also, Jimmy Butler makes a ridiculous shot. There's 0.8 left. Bucks have a timeout. They don't call it.
It was a ridiculous shot, but his breakdown was insane of it because he knew the whole game Drew Holiday was trailing him. Like he knew Drew Holiday wasn't going to leave him at all.
Yeah,
and that's one thing I do have to ask Mike Budenholzer: why did he not have Giannis guarding Jimmy Butler?
Yeah,
because I could maybe understand. No, I still can't because I don't know who else really Giannis was guarding.
But like he didn't make my point is Coach Budenholzer didn't make adjustments.
Yeah,
no adjustments. Like
even then, you could be like, Giannis needs to take accountability and be like, yo, start guarding. But at some point, Budenholzer should have been like, yo, like,
it's not working.
Go guard Jimmy. It's like, go guard Jimmy because Drew Holiday wasn't working. I'm sorry. Even though, yes, Jimmy Butler was talking crap to him. He was like, I'm on your head. I got 40. And he scored the 58 and everything. But, like, he knew Jimmy Butler was reading Drew Holiday like a book. He was like, he's been trailing me the whole game. He's not going to leave me. So that means when I'm running around screens, he's going to be behind me.
Yeah.
So he used his leverage, got him off, and then put like that. I know a lot of people are kind of watching the video back and saying he pushed off of like Grayson Allen.
But they said that was Pat Connaughton, but apparently Pat Connaughton fouled him.
Yeah, fouled him before, so it was like he was trying to jump up. That's why he kind of pushed off, and then he just finished it through. But it was a crazy shot. Yes, I was at Kegler's screaming.
Yeah, I was
screaming. I was screaming. Oh my gosh, screaming at Kegler's, just screaming for Jimmy Butler, and it was amazing. But that man does a lot. I think Eric Spo even said that man does a lot on both sides of the end. I think it's levels to other players that can do, especially in the playoffs. I feel like it's Jimmy Butler on both sides of the ball, and then it's like then maybe you can, if he's healthy, Kawhi Leonard after that. But that's like it's levels because after the last 4 seasons I've seen, I know a lot of people don't count the bubble, but after that bubble performance in the finals, crazy dropping 50, looked like he was almost dead.
Push the Lakers to 6.
I mean, going to Eastern Conference Finals against the Celtics, Jimmy Butler's. I am so happy, and I'm not gonna lie. Right here, I'm about to say some crazy stuff. I'm about to say some crazy stuff here.
I'm listening, man. I'm excited. What is it?
I know I talk a lot about LeBron being the GOAT.
I was gonna ask you that. Okay.
I know I talk a lot about LeBron being the GOAT. But this man, Jimmy Butler, is giving me almost the second best ever Heat player.
More over D Wade?
No, D Wade's number one for me.
Oh, okay.
D Wade will always be number one.
Yeah,
D Wade will always.
Yeah.
I will never.
I mean, 3 rings. Yeah.
I will never pick anyone over D Wade as a Heat player. LeBron James was great, and I do give him that. But Jimmy Butler is running his money. Even though he hasn't won rings, I think he's running his money. Playoff performance, playoff stats. I think he's running his money. I know.
I don't know though.
Say, I
got you.
The rings don't match up. MVP maybe
Finals
doesn't match
MVPs.
up. Finals MVP doesn't match up because he obviously hit. Obviously, you don't think Jimmy Butler has LeBron James, but it's ridiculous because LeBron never put a performance up like this with the Heat like that. It is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. It's this man is just it's so hard. It's so crazy how he just when it comes to the playoffs, this man turns into somebody else.
Prime Jordan, man. Not Prime LeBron, but Prime Jordan.
Prime. Okay, I like that. I don't care.
No, but he plays
exactly
his mid range defensively.
I'm laughing at the conspiracy thing.
Oh yeah. I saw that. It's crazy, man.
Oh my gosh, that is so. I love that conspiracy. It's an interesting conspiracy.
What if it's true, man?
Well, then I guess the playoff gene is a real thing. Then, if it's a real thing,
hopefully you get a ring out of it. I mean, hopefully we get a ring out of it. But, it's crazy, man. It's crazy where our teams were 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. We were still figuring it out. I don't know.
Heat fans, I'm not saying you, but Heat fans were like, let's lose the plan because we're not beating the Bucks. And you got a chance to go to the conference finals.
We do have a chance, but that chance is not very likely against a good team.
Hey, it's gonna be a fun series, man.
It's gonna be a great series. I'm a little anxious playing against the Knicks because there's one guy that I'm afraid of, even though I've had some things to say about him, but Julius Randle.
If he's healthy, yeah.
If he's healthy, hopefully not, because we do take great advantage of players being hurt. We love that.
Yeah, you do.
But I am still afraid because Julius Randle has been more of the benefactor of the Knicks winning, especially during the regular season. Julius Randle was killing us. Kind of don't know why, because I feel like we do have people to guard him. I feel like we can guard anybody really right now in the NBA because we're just a very defensive team, and we're ready for you. That's our identity is defense and Jimmy Butler, really. Our identity right now is Jimmy Butler and defense. And I feel like that's a good combo that we have right now because even when it comes down the stretch, guys are stepping up on the defensive end. Gabe Vincent is stepping up. That three-pointer.
They do not talk enough about that.
That is ridiculous.
That's the reason.
I know I'm talking Jimmy.
If he misses that 3, the game's over.
Game's over. And they go game 7. Or game 6. Game 6.
Yeah.
My bad. But game 6, like, Gabe Vincent, that's a 2-3 year guy, not even a starting point guard in the league, comes down with seconds left against a number 1 seed and just shoots a 3, bang.
Yeah,
we're only down by 1.
Mike, this is coming from a Knicks fan, but I'm gonna say it because I've kind of said it to you before, but I outside of Popovich maybe, but I'm saying like in today's game, I think Spoelstra's the best coach in the NBA.
I appreciate it.
Outside of like I guess Popovich, like I guess if we're talking career wise, but because like even after the big 3 Miami, disassembled and everyone went their own ways.
You need to stop commenting. You need to stop giving us compliments.
I know.
Done. Are you trying to get in my head?
No, I mean it. I actually mean it because ever since that whole thing happened where LeBron left and whatnot, but like he's been to the finals, and this year he literally just outcoached Budenholzer, who won a championship.
Mm-hmm.
So
and was the number 1 team in the East.
And Spoelstra's teams are always ready to go, and they're not. I can't see. Like that's why I was like when I picked the when I was making my bracket for the NBA playoffs, like I'm like there's no way Spoelstra gets swept. That's why I had the Bucks in 5, but. Also, just playoff Jimmy was going to go off at least 1 game, and obviously went off all 4.
No, I agree with Spoelstra at the helm. I've always loved Spoelstra as a coach. I mean, he did learn a lot from Pat Riley, who's also, I would argue, one of the great coaches of all time, Pat Riley.
Yeah.
I love Pat Riley.
He's up there.
And he's the GM of the Heat, has been doing questionable things when it comes to the free agency, or even the trade deadlines, but we pull it out. I think it's the culture, and I love that about us. Even though, yes, it hurts sometimes because we miss out on opportunities to get players, and we have maybe the pieces to move.
We draft well, though.
We draft well.
And sign the undrafted.
Our farm, I like to call them our farm team, just like in baseball, but the Sioux Falls Skyforce, our organization is really good at building up players, undrafted players, Duncan Robinson, Gabe, Struess,
Vincent, right?
Yeah, Gabe Vincent,
Yeah.
guys like that. I mean, even one of my other friends was asking for Orlando Robinson. Why isn't Orlando Robinson? He was also a good little fit. Omer Yurtseven, like guys
and
like
you
that.
have Jovic hurt too, right?
And Jovic, yeah. Unfortunately, he's hurt, but hopefully he pans out for next season.
But
That's what I hope.
Mike, what's so like? Let's just obviously today's Friday. The series starts Sunday. Well, what's the series? What's it gonna end in? Who's winning? How many games? I obviously know who you're gonna pick, but like, I'm gonna say Knicks in 7. But that's my take. Mike, let's hear it, man.
If we steal a home game from you, I say we win in 6.
6. Okay, that's fine. I think
I say if we steal a home game from you guys, we can win in 6. But I will say not realistically, I want to say if we steal a game I'm like 60% sure if we steal a game from you guys, we can maybe win 60%. Go to 6 games, but I will say Heat in 7.
So you think Jimmy comes to the Garden Game 7?
I am very confident though. You do not want to see us Game 7.
Oh, I don't want to see Jimmy.
I would rather if I'm in your position, and I would even say this. You guys, if there's anything, you guys finish us out earlier than us.
So you're saying if it goes longer,
if it goes longer, Heat take it. You don't want to see us. In
so
the
you're saying
long
it could
run.
either be Knicks in 5, or like
you have to take us out early. I think that's what always is with the
home court too.
Yeah, I think what's always with the Heat. You have to smack us in our face first. You have to.
I mean, you're seeing it against the
can't
Bucks,
let us
bite first. Yeah.
bite first because then we bite hard. It's like a dog. It's like that lockjaw dog bite. You get a bite on you, we're sticking there.
I think
you don't want that.
I think obviously I just think the Garden Game 7, dude, would be crazy.
It would be nuts.
Crazy.
It would be nuts.
I do think I think it's gonna go 7. I think even. I would say as a Knicks fan, I'm not going to sit here and say the Heat are winning because I just can't do that. But
that's fair. That's fair.
obviously, you want to be professional. But I generally do think the Knicks are going to win it because I think, again, there's certain players in the league you're just not going to stop. You're not going to stop playoff Jimmy. I think containing Jimmy is what we're trying to do. Don't let him go off for 40. If you hold him to 25, so be it.
Even if you let him score 40, 50, yes, it's going to stink. But like if you shut everybody else down,
but my
you
question
guys
is,
have. Well, I will give you. Yes, you guys have. You have more scoring options than we do.
We have depth too. But my question is, can the Heat carry over those shooting performances to 7 more games? Possibly. I don't know. So I think if you guys shoot like you did.
But can I ask this?
Yeah.
Can RJ Barrett stay consistent? Can Julius Randle stay consistent?
I think Randle, I don't know what's going on with that injury. I think if RJ Barrett has
is that injury going to affect him long run?
Yeah.
I
think
even if he does
I think
play,
he's still coming back from the injury in the first place. But
yeah.
I think if RJ Barrett has a very, very good
because
game
to be
one.
honest, even though we have Jimmy Butler and I'm not saying Jimmy Butler, but I know you guys have Jalen Brunson, and you heard me talking about Jalen Brunson. I will say that's going to be your most consistent. He's been the most consistent guy.
No doubt.
Jalen Brunson is that guy, and I'm scared for that. But I do feel like at guard we not as we have good enough guards. I think we just have the bodies to throw at Jalen Brunson.
No, for sure, defensively. But I'll say, I think if RJ Barrett has a very good game 1, we're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Well, he'll be fine because he's very like up and down.
I'm not gonna lie
confidence.
to you. He's gonna be the X factor of this.
RJ. Yeah, I agree.
RJ.
No, when the Knicks separated themselves from the Cavs, that was when RJ Barrett
was killing.
And if Randall's hurt, who's going to be the second guy behind Brunson? It has to be RJ to beat the Heat.
Is it crazy to say RJ Barrett's that guy that needs to be the one that wins?
I'll say this. What did I tell you? I said the playoffs was going to tell me if we would keep RJ long term.
Yeah,
and based on right now, you have to keep him because they
without
RJ Barrett, we don't win in 5. We don't win in 5 games.
Yeah.
And I think when RJ's at his best when he's playing inside out, when he's getting to the rim first before settling for threes. Because once he gets like a couple easy buckets, because he finishes pretty well around the rim, so once he gets easy buckets, that's when the threes sprinkle in. So he's got to just if you're RJ Barrett, first possession, get the ball, go to the rim, go to the rim. You get fouled. He's not a great free throw shooter, but get fouled. I think he's like around a 68% free throw shooter. So you got to hit them against the Heat, but it's gonna be tough. This is gonna be dog fight, man. It's gonna be a
dogs versus
dogs. I wish I was in Morgantown so we could watch the games together, man. But
yeah, I know.
Hey, man, it's gonna be fun. I'm so excited.
This series is gonna be nuts, man. Wow.
It's gonna be toxic, man. I know we're gonna be texting each other like You know.
Yeah, no, yeah. If we win, I'm definitely sending you a bunch of.
I know Tanner Mount's already got the memes ready for it.
day one of Jimmy Butler beating them.
And I know if we lose the series, I'm here.
You know what him and I've been saying? We've said Heat info. So Heat info.
I don't think there's
happening.
any chance.
No.
Look, but to be fair, no one thought the Heat were going to beat the Bucks.
That's true. That's true.
But I mean,
definitely not 4-1.
Yeah, exactly. So, dude, it's gonna be lit, man. It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be really.
Ah, man. I'm actually one of my quick story, but one of my best friend back home, he's a big Heat fan. And he's in Italy studying abroad, and we're like not talking smack, but like, yo, we gotta watch all the games together. But he gets back May 12th, and like game 7 would be like May 11th, so we can't even watch it together, man. It's unfortunate. But shout out to my boy Alex, man. We miss you. The States miss you, and you'll be back soon. But yeah, it's gonna be a great series, man. I'm so excited. Like, I'm so glad. I'm gonna say it though. I'd still rather be playing you guys in the Bucks. In all honesty,
That's fair.
just because we did not match it. No one stopped me. We have no one stopped Jimmy. But the thing is, I think the Heat have a better chance of.
I feel like this is a very easy game because even though I know there's no disrespect to your team, and maybe you'd have something to back it up, I think really this is really just your guys' offense against our defense. Because you guys are a better offensive team than us, obviously, and you guys are more.
I think we were fourth in the league in offensive scoring.
So I would say it's really offense against defense this game. Like it's literally.
So if it's a low scoring game, yeah. Well, to be fair though, the Knicks are the only team they held the Cavs to like only like 94 points per game in the series. Yeah. So defensively, I think a lot of it also is the Cavs were just missing open shots. The Knicks defense was great, but a lot of it was like Darius Garland was just missing easy shots, like point blank period, like shots that Jimmy Butler. It kind of sucks you guys don't have Hero because that's just another. Layer of scoring, but it's good for us. But
I don't know. We still might see just like how I asked. You could also ask: is Duncan Robinson going to stay consistent?
He's been,
and he's
who's the X factor for the Heat?
He's an X. I would say he is.
You think he is?
He is or Bam at this point.
I think Bam has to be aggressive,
Bam
especially if Julius Randle's not 100%.
I feel like even though Mitchell Robinson's great and he's a good defensive player, I think he's faster, a little bit more versatile than Bam.
And
than Mitch Robinson.
I think Tibbs is going to start RJ on Jimmy. I have a feeling. I think he should. I think Quentin Grimes is coming back for game 1. I think you start Josh Hart and put him on Jimmy. Josh Hart has a tendency to foul a little bit, but I don't think you can put RJ on. I don't think he's ready for that task yet. But Grimes is a good solid two-way player, but Josh Hart's such a good defender.
Josh. I like the Josh Hart on Jimmy Butler. It's just. Yeah, I don't know.
But to be like, I mean, again, there's some guys in there be like, you're not stopping, you're not stopping them.
Yeah,
it's about.
It's just hard because it's not even that I'm saying it's Jimmy Butler's. Just I don't know who's really like RJ Barrett's a good defender. I like RJ Barrett as a defender. It's just I don't know.
Probably like built wise, RJ's probably the best matchup.
Yeah, because he's like 6'7".
Yeah, and he's lanky, but I don't know, man. I mean, we saw Drew Holiday's. He was voted the most underrated player in the league, and you saw what Jimmy did to him.
It's too much because if you put someone too little on him, Jimmy Butler knows how to expose that. He did that with Drew Holiday.
But the thing is,
if you put somebody too big,
but we have that rim protector. We have Mitchell Robinson. He'll be in help. That's why we need Randall's physicality out there. We need the thing. Yes, RJ Barrett's the X factor. But if we need Julius Randle to be much better than what he was in the Cavs series.
Oh, yeah.
And he's going to have to.
You need Julius Randle to still be like your main guy.
Yeah, like the guy was in the regular season.
Yeah.
Like all-star Julius Randle. We didn't see that. I still think he's fighting that ankle injury. Yeah. He maybe rushed back for the playoffs, which you can respect. But, like, the thing is, Obi Toppin also played very, very well in the Cavs series. He's been a young player who hasn't gotten much of an opportunity, but he's taken it. Every time he's in the game, he makes an impact.
That's true. I will say this, though, because I totally forgot to mention his name. He's stepped up, and I liked it because he's older. Kevin Love has actually done a pretty good job.
Like, every time I turn on the Heat, he's taking a charge.
Every time. And he's shooting consistently. Like, he had 5 threes last game.
Yeah.
And he made them.
I love Kevin Love, man. Dude, him in his Timberwolves days was crazy. He was getting 20 in 20 games before like anyone else was. Yeah.
Nothing. Oh, it was amazing.
And he won a ring. Yeah. K-Love, man. Yeah, no, you guys got it. I think it's a pretty evenly matched up series, though. Like, again, we're probably more offensively minded. You guys are more defensively minded. Yes. But, again, if you guys are going to shoot the ball like you did in the first round, but if we're going to defend like we did in the first round, it's going to be interesting. Every game's going to be coming down to the wire. So,
Lordy.
It's going to be crazy, man. You can't write something better than this, man.
No, you can't. This is the matchup of all matchups. I mean, yeah, we're definitely, I hope this is the best matchup in the whole series because, to be honest, right now, the best matchup in the whole series or the whole playoffs has been mainly the Kings and Warriors.
Yeah, for sure.
But I will say this Heat and Knicks is definitely going to get that run for its money. Woo! Oh, wow, this is nuts. But, oh, wow, that's... Oh,
Wow.
gosh. Knicks v Heat. Oh, Lord. Sunday on ABC, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Miami Heat take on travel up to New York City.
In the Garden,
in
baby.
the Garden. In MSG to go up against the New York Knicks. Wow. Yeah, that place is going to be bumping. We're going to see a lot of Miami
popping in the
stars
Cavs
and New York. You're going to see, like, both. Like, it's going to be both.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to see both crazy celebrity stars, like, in both areas. But watch, they're going to, like, go to each other. Like, we're obviously going to – Spike Lee goes everywhere. So Spike Lee's obviously going to be by Miami. You're going to probably see, like, DJ Khaled in New York City. Like, you're going to see a bunch of people.
I wish I could go to a game, man, but tickets are too expensive.
Oh, yeah. That would be a dream. A live broadcast of Heat Knicks.
Ooh,
That'd be
stay tuned.
That'd be a dream. That'd be like a dream come true.
Man,
but
it's almost
we would be at each other's neck. I don't think we'd be able to do a live broadcast.
No,
with each other.
we would not be probably acting very professional. I'll say that.
Definitely not. Yeah.
But man,
I can't go without watching the Heat game, Heat playoffs without streaming and stuff.
Oh yes, like dude, it's. I feel the same way, man. It's gonna be lit, man. I'm so excited, man. I keep saying that, but
can't wait. This Sunday.
Can't come soon enough, man.
Can't come soon enough. Here we go. Heat Knicks, baby. Wow, what an episode.
19 episodes in, man. It's crazy.
19 episodes. Yeah, I know. Next episode will be 20 episodes, man.
Hey, we got something special coming. I don't know what it is yet, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're still figuring out because NBA has had a weird
way of releasing
awards this year because we thought they had an award show, which they did last year, and then they were giving out the awards then, and then now they're just it's like day by day, and they still haven't even announced the MVP. So we're trying to figure it out. We might just crown our own people each.
Yeah,
But we'll
see, man.
Yeah, but we'll see because it's very interesting. I mean, we might even do like if it's too much to try to do regular season awards, we might just do playoff awards.
Yeah, playoffs. And obviously, like we could do like our first team, second team.
Yeah, first team in the playoffs because I mean at that point, I mean playoffs matter the most. I mean I'm not no disrespect to the teams that lost and didn't make it. And,
Mavericks.
Mavericks, but yeah, no, I mean no disrespect to them, but I mean at this point this is where people matter, this is where people love watching basketball, the playoffs and then the finals. So we'll see what goes on, but look forward to more content and Brian, social medias.
Yeah, for sure. As you guys know, out on all platforms at Hoopin with Mike and Brian. We're out on YouTube at Hoopin with Mike and Brian. Also out on Instagram and TikTok at Hoopin.MB, and we're also on Twitter at HoopinScoreMB. So feel free to reach out, DM us, message us in any way you can, leave comments, just any different things you want to see from us, any opinions you guys got. Interact with our Instagram page, man, and we appreciate all the love. 19 episodes in is crazy. 20's on the way. And obviously, I will be making my journey back to Jersey later this week. But, just because we'll be separated 6 hours away, if anything, it's going to give us an opportunity to give you guys more content. And I'm really looking forward to it, Mike.
Oh, me too. I can't wait. There's always going to be more content. We're always going to keep doing this. This is what we want to do. This is what we love. And this is the best thing that we got going. And we're only going up from here. And, hey, content's going to get better with Knicks and Heat, man. It's going to be great.
Let's go Knicks, baby.
Let's go Heat. Let's go Heat.
Go New York, go.
305, baby. Let's get it. Let's get a Heat info. No, I'm kidding.
Don't get ahead of yourself there,
No. It's going to be a great matchup. But everybody, we love the support. And thank you for tuning in. And keep on hooping.